So I'm guessing you clicked on this video because you want to know how you're going to change your electric radiator fan on a 99 to 2004, I think, Jeep Grand Cherokee with the 4-liter. You know, ones that look like this. And I'll tell you, it would be extremely easy to do if it weren't for 2 bolts. And I'll show you the ones right now. So, in order to change this fan, you got to take off this fan shroud because it's bolted from this way onto it. Back there, you can see, like there's one of the bolts right there popping through. Let me see. There it is. See that rusty one? So you have to take it off. There's no way getting around that. So, trouble bolt number 1. Let me see if I can get a shot of it. Right down there. There's only 4 bolts that hold this radiator, the fan shroud on. And 2 are down there and 2 are up on the top side. So, as you can see from the unibody, the way it goes through there and angles back, you can't get an actual socket on that because it'll hit the side of the unibody. And it's really rusty looking, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get that one off. But that's nothing in comparison to the one down here. So if you look down, there's a steering gear. And if you look down there, you can see that plastic. And it's inside that pocket. Yep, right way over there. And I've done this before, and I don't remember how I got that out, because looking at it right now, it seems impossible. So, you know, a lot of these plastic fan shrouds just have a tab on the bottom, and they will slide into a pocket on other cars. So you just slide it down in, you put your 2 bolts on top, and then you're done. If it were like that, this would have been a cakewalk job. I probably wouldn't even bothered making a video about it. So I don't know if you might want to take this upper hose off to get you a little bit more room to get at that one down there. And you see that plug right there? We gotta unplug that. That's for the fan. So you slide that red tab out, and then you can hit the little button on it and unplug it, theoretically. Then there's a bolt there, a bolt there. We take those out, and then this whole thing will pop out of here. Then we can bolt a new electric fan into it, and then pop it back in. So let me go grab a 10mm, and I'm going to start working on those lower ones right now, and I'll show you how I get them out. Alright, well, the problem I was having was those bolts down there are so rusty that you can barely get on them in the first place, and then they're so tight that they just want to strip, so I couldn't get them out. And I got limited hand tools here at my house, so I already kind of planned on potentially having to do this, but let me tell you, you could run a risk of messing up your radiator. So basically, plugs in the way so you can't really see, of course, but down in there where that lower bolt is, I just took my pry bar and a hammer, and I stuck it between, this one here is illustrating better what I had going on. I stuck the pry bar in between the fan shroud and the radiator tab like this, and then I just hit it with a hammer and broke it off. I did that on both sides. Okay, now the risk of doing that is, since these tabs right here are connected to the radiator, if you were to snap that off, you could put a hole in the tank of your radiator, and now you have to change your radiator. So if you do what I did, and that happens to you, you know, that's the risk you take. Otherwise, you could try to fight that thing forever. I think I got lucky because after I knocked them off, I didn't see coolant pouring on the ground, so I think I'm good. So, I already got this bolt out here underneath this hose. Right now I'm taking out this little snorkel right here for the air box, because it's kind of interfering with me getting on that bolt right there. So let me get this out. You might have to take your air box off. Mine seems to not be bolted to anything anymore, so I'm just going to see if I can scoot it out of the way. Alright, well I can't really get that out, so I'm going to go ahead and take this air box out of here. Give us a little more room. So we'll just loosen up this hose clamp here. It looks like originally it had some bolts down there that was connecting this. I see a bolt right there. I don't know. Mine seems to be free though, so mine just must be, everything's broken and it just sits in there now. Yeah, there's another bolt, which isn't doing anything. So if yours isn't as junky as mine, you're gonna have to take a couple bolts out to get this out of here. Got a bolt there, and you got a bolt there. That's held on by 2 bolts. Now we can take this out. Probably. Or is it connected to something in there? Well, I can swing it out of the way further enough now. So now we should have better access to our last 10mm nut here. Sorry about my sketchy camera work here. Yep, so now we can get on that. And I will take that one out, and then we'll be able to pop this out of here. Now that we got our 2 upper bolts out and our 2 lower bolts snapped off, we will just go ahead and yank this shroud out of here. Might need both hands because it's a bunch of stuff in here that's going to be getting caught on, so let me put my camera down. So unhook that overflow tank hose and get that out of there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take off this upper hose. Get the old rusty pinch clamp off. Okay. And I'll just slide it back. Not too much coolant spilled out. But now that that's out, you can see better down here. Seems like my light's a little bit too strong for the camera, but right there is that mount I snapped off, and I got super lucky. You can see right here where the other side of this used to be, and that's where you run the risk of potentially putting a hole through the tank on the radiator. So that's a risky thing to do, but if it's your only option. This side, I did the same thing, but somehow I managed to break off a piece of the actual fan shroud, and then the mounting stayed with the radiator because it looks like this. So yeah, that's what I did, and it worked. I got lucky. Alright, here's my new fan. I'm going to put it into the shroud, take the old fan out. This will be pretty straightforward. We just got 1, 2, 3 bolts to take out, 10mm. So I'm going to zip this out and drop the new one in there. Okay, we got our new fan put in the shroud. I just put the 2 bolts back in. There's supposed to be one down there, but it was rusty. So see this little cutout on the side of this shroud, so that's where you want this wire to come through. If it's up here, it might get pinched, so it has to be going through there. We'll have to adjust it once we get it down because it don't really want to stay in there. But alright, so let's drop this thing back down into its hole. Spin around. I'm going to get that electrical connector kind of where it's going first. It might be hard to grab once you get it in place. Okay, I got those two bolts tightened up, and we don't have the lower bolts in, obviously, but this shroud feels sturdy. It's not, moves around a little bit at the bottom, but I guess if you cared, if you had to do what I did, maybe you could go underneath there and run a couple zip ties just to hold the bottom. I'm sure it'll be fine. So then we just grab hold of our pinch clamp here. I already put this overflow line back on. Put our air box back in, and we'll go see if this new fan works. Now I will top off the coolant because we lost a little bit when I pulled the upper hose, and I'll go in there, fire up the engine, turn the AC on. If your AC works, it should kick the radiator fan on without having to wait for it to warm up fully. I don't know if you can see, but it's running in there. Yep. Happy days. But yeah, so, you know, I know I was kind of a hack job the way I broke those lower bolts off, but, you know, didn't really see any other good options. And I didn't want to be working on this for several days, so I hope this video is helpful to you, and I will see you in the next one.